Good morning, Paul. Another bumper quarter for AKORA. There's lots happening at your Bibby iron ore project in Madagascar. The highlight was the unveiling of a very exceptional scoping study. Tell me more about that.
The scoping study had two cases, a low capital case and a higher capital, lower OPEX case. The low CapEx case at $55 million has a very strong NPV and rate of return, 64%, and before tax cash flow from only 5 years of mining from the indicated resource that we've so far identified in the DSO areas of $270 million. So significant cash flow generation, a strong margin, and that was against a long-term price of only US $100 a tonne. So at today's price, which is I think around 135, that cash flow if we're producing would be far more significant and would enable us to expand and develop the project even further.
It's almost a dig and ship operation, low cost processing, easy sort of mining. That must give you a lot of confidence.
No, very much so. The approach that we've taken is that selective mining of the weathered zone, the DSO, the high grade lump and fines iron ore, which all we'll need to do is crush and screen and deliver that product to market. So very low cost. We've identified the logistics path at this stage for a scoping study level, and all is looking very promising. C1 costs, which is the cost that most iron ore producers reference, of $42 US at a production rate of 2 million tonnes per annum. So yeah, very encouraging, and strong margins for the project.
And what I find very exciting about the Bibby project is just how quickly the iron ore market is moving towards green steel. That's obviously your niche or your opportunity.
No, very much, Gareth. What we're seeing is a hurdle for the magnetite miners and developers going forward is the significant capital that's required for the grinding circuit to make the high-grade, clean iron ore concentrate. So by being able at AKORA to do the DSO first, generate cash, that can fund the process improvements beyond crushing and screening into grinding circuits and magnetic separation. Also, because of the mineralogy at Bibby, we only have to do a grind to 75 microns. Others currently producing and looking to produce high-grade concentrates are grinding to 40, 25 and even 15 microns. So far more processing equipment and costs. So we're in a very good position to feed the green steel market as it develops with a very clean, high-grade concentrate, plus 68% very low silica and alumina.
Yes, if you're talking about the silica and alumina, it is low impurities that really sort of separate your bounty of iron.
No, very much so. A number of producers can produce better than 67, 68, maybe even 69% iron. But even at their low grind sizes, we'll have higher silicon and alumina than ourselves. So we're seeing combined silicon and alumina at less than 2.5%, which is the ideal specification for green steel, high grade, direct reduced iron pellets.
Blessed with a really premium product. You're blessed with a market that's moving to meet you. What happens now? What does the next 3 months promise for AKORA?
No, very good. Last year we did an additional infill drilling program to identify some more DSO tonnes. We also did a ground magnetic survey at our nearby tenements called Satrakala, where there's a 10-kilometre strike. Bibby is 6 kilometres, which is pretty significant. So in February, we'll be putting out announcements on both the DSO assays from the drilling and the ground magnetic survey results from Satrakala. And I think that is going to be I believe it should be very well received by the market, because it means AKORA's got two mining prospects, both potentially to produce DSO initially. Then as we get into the fresh rock, we can produce a high-grade concentrate from both of those projects going forward. And then in March, probably by the end of March, we'll upgrade the mineral resource estimate at Bibby for increased tonnes and grade of DSO, which can go into the pre-feasibility study, which has already commenced.
Now, whenever I talk to you, it's obvious how confident and excited you are by the project. It's hard to contain, and it is contagious. You must be feeling pretty good.
Very much so. Look, we've been at this for 3 years. The knowledge at Becky Soper has increased dramatically. We've now, as I've said, started Satricala. The scoping study has been put out there. So we've got dimensions on capital costs, operating costs, logistics, and the like. The PFS we've commenced. I've got a call tonight with Wardell Armstrong and my new General Manager of Development, Jason Whittle, and we're progressing that PFS. Jason's going to manage that more closely and make sure we get a very good outcome. We're going to start with the port logistics because that's one of the bigger capital cost items. The mining and processing is straightforward, so we're going to start at the port.
Now, Paul, you've made a major announcement this week. A new chairman has joined the board, and he's someone who certainly knows his way around iron ore.
Graham Hunt. Graham was the previous president of BHP's iron ore in the Pilbara and worldwide, so significant experience. He started in the steelworks at Port Kembla, so he understands sintering and pellets, and then went to the mines, so he understands mining, logistics, port activities, and has very strong relationships with iron ore customers and steelworks in China and across Asia. So a wonderful announcement today. Strengthens our team, I believe, significantly.
So it sounds like you're really looking forward to kicking some goals in 2024. I look forward to watching the story unfold, Paul.
No, very much so. Look, the additions to the team have been strong in January with the General Manager Development and the new Chairman. The news flow is very good from last year's work, and the PFS, ongoing drilling at Satricala and Becky Soper. There's a lot to be done, and it's all looking very promising. Coming off an iron ore price in January of $135, an excellent price. And there's forecasts from Citi brokers yesterday saying they believe in the next 3 months the price could even get as high as $150 based on China, who last year increased their imports of iron ore into China by 6.6%. So it's a very strong market, and looking forward to good prices but also good results out of AKORA. Thank you.